So we have Vivi performing on stage. Then we see her memory of her biggest supporter. But after that, she had to get checked up on because of her previous mission. And you might be wondering why she had to do that. She may have to go and sing. Well, if she don't, then this future will happen. Everyone gets squad wiped easily, making other players DC at that point. And that's what Vivi's trying to prevent. And she knows all this information because of this bear. And that bear was basically sent from the future. So that's why it knows everything. So Vivi's about to be her next mission. Yes, I skipped the first one because we moved. So we're in space and Vivi got her disguise on. While she was just doing her own thing, she was met with the captain. And she was mainly checking on Vivi. And she wanted to make sure that she could smile more. Put the customers at ease. Once she got done checking up on Vivi, she basically had to go off somewhere for now. So once she left, Vivi got some information about her. And she was apparently the one that crashed the ship. So they had to be on guard for her. And she also found out that that was her sister as well, because they had the same model type. So once she collected some data on her, Matsumoto gave an in-depth guide for what's going to happen in the future. So they went over her plan, make sure things don't go wrong horribly.
A few moments later.
So we have Vivi trying to get some information on Estella, and we met with this person. And I ain't gonna lie, she got done dirty. But we will get to that later on. So while Vivi tried to ask some questions about Stella, she completely dodged the question, then warned her to not get involved. Then she told her something else to distract her, and went off. But that made her curious more than anything else. So she decided to go on a side mission. She's basically sneaking around to go to Estella's room, because she feels like something wrong happened in the future. So she got in the room and started investigating. But then Teddy got in the room out of nowhere. Yes, I'm calling him that. Makes things a lot easier. But he was trying to tell her not to do that. It was basically pointless. But Vivi highly disagrees. But that's when Estella came by, and bro flopped down like a Toy Story character. But then Teddy was about to go put a virus into her, and that would have been a grave mistake. So Vivi rushed to save her, and she doesn't even know what was going on. And Vivi managed to have her way in this situation. So we get to know more about Estella and the place overall, and we also get to know why this place was built in space. And Vivi was convinced that she was not the real culprit, because she truly has good intentions for what she's doing. So once they had their moment, the alarm started going off, so they had to rush to go figure out what's going on, and people were in panic mode. So Estella was trying to figure out what was going on, and she also distracted them from this view so that they could stop panicking, and the whole thing worked for them. While all that was happening, Vivi left to find out what was going on, but then she bumped into Vivi's #1 fan sister.
Meanwhile,
We get to see the two traders for the ship, and one of them also looked like Estella. Once the clerk gave Estella some information, she decided to walk off. So then the clone was like, hold on a second, and gave her a permanent system shutdown. Bob the Builder won't be able to fix this one. So while that was going on, she was talking about how she was a big fan to Vivi, and of course Vivi was happy to hear about that, till a big bump happened out of nowhere. So Vivi got information on what was going on, so she decided to take her to a safe place. So while they were walking, they noticed Estella, but obviously it was the fake one. So once Vivi realized that it was not the real one, she immediately tried to attack, and she was talking crazy to Vivi after she figured it out. And Vivi realized she can't fight her straight up because she had to go protect someone. So Vivi dodge rolled and managed to escape in time, and she got mad like a FNAF hitter when he closed the door on them. So while all that was happening, Vivi was trying to make a plan, but she noticed people coming in the hallway. So now they had to play Metal Gear Solid. So they stuck into a room so that they could be safe. Once they managed to make it inside, the AI's head is floating around. So they decided to turn on the gravity and cover her body. But that's when Teddy came out of nowhere, and Vivi immediately asked for the combat program. She's ready to scrap the culprit on sight, but Teddy knew the assignment, so he gave it to her. So Vivi took the clerk's arm because hers was injured. Then she received the combat program, and she was ready to scrap. So we have some guards, and Vivi already took out one of them. So she came out like a FNAF character and started charging after them. And they obviously tried to fight back, but that did not work at all. So she got a quick little two-piece like she's Chun-Li, and used foresight on the other and knocked her out. They stood zero chance. So they walked away to find a real Estella. Once they rebooted Estella, she quickly told about the situation, and they immediately got to work. So while they're trying to go to the main control room, Estella said there was one person that was able to do this, and it was her sister. We got the point of view of her sister rerouting the destination, and they just found out who was trying to stop their plans and do that PTSD on who it was. And the mastermind wanted to deal with her on his own. And Estella's sister was getting flashbacks about getting picked up again, and of course she wanted to protect him. So she rushed towards him, then inject some medicine into him to put him in sleep mode. And she was like, yeah, this is for the best, trust me, I got this. So she took off her disguise and went after them, like she's the final boss. Once they got close to the main control room, they were met with Estella's sister. So she was trying to give her own backstory, but Ted did not want to hear the bullshit. So as Vivi, so she done something any person would do and start boxing them. That combat program was going into overtime because she standing her own ground against her. But once they got into a stalemate, Teddy had to come in with an assist and put the virus on her. And I can tell you, it was super effective. And Estella was wondering why she would plan all this, but she got mad about the situation even more and how she was tossed away and Estella wasn't, and she immediately tried to go after her. I don't know why she keeps going after her when Vivi's there, but hey, okay. So now she's trying to fight with her combat knife, but she was able to keep her distance and she's able to keep up with the pressure. But she managed to get hit in with her uniform, so Vivi tried to go for a negative move and she almost got punished for it. So Estella went for the control system, and her sister managed to stop her until Estella hit her with the pause button. So that's when Vivi tackled her. Then afterwards, Vivi used the opportunity opportunity and hit her with the Tanjiro special. And that was basically game. Estella realized she can't change the route, so her next plan was to go down with the ship. So Vivi was trying to think of another way because she's her younger sister. But Estella was like,
nah, I'ma do my own thing.
And Vivi had no choice but to respect that. So when Vivi left, she was taking parts off the ship, but then she had to deal with some difficulties, and she wasn't sure she was able to do it in time. That's when Estella's sister came by for the clutch. That virus in the head but made her act right, so she helped her get up and helped her finish her job from this BS. And they managed to bond throughout all this situation. Once that happened, they gave him a final glance of the view, and everyone enjoyed it. And that was basically the end of the episode. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't expect this video to be shorter than it needs to be, so I'm gonna cover the first part as well. So it is what it is, and you're gonna have to come with me. Sorry, I didn't make the rules. So we have Vivi bonding with her #1 fan, but then later on she had to go, and Vivi saw this strange bear lying around, and obviously it can talk and warns her what's going to happen in the future. And he forcefully takes her to a different dimension so that he could talk to her more privately.
A few moments later.
Vivi was checking if she had any viruses because of the bear, but it was nothing. After that, the bear is telling her that she's really the only hope, and he tells her what's going to happen the next day, just in case she don't believe him.
Tomorrow.
He tells her how she should execute the plan so that she can go and save someone's life. So we see Vivi running down the area like she's a track star, and she's making sure she's getting there as fast as possible. Once she seen the target, she noticed the bomb as well. So she warned everyone to get out of the way, but they wouldn't listen because why would they? So she forces one to move and grab the other two to safety, and she managed to make it out with a perfect score. And everyone was shocked about the situation. So once that situation was over, he was thankful for her, and Vivi got her free promotion, saying that he should come to her concert. I mean, technically it wasn't free, but hey, a win is a win. And everyone else is making sure things are safe. Once that situation is over, Teddy came by and talked to her, and he also showed them what would happen if he let them have their way. So Vivi decided not to let that feature happen, so she can have the sake of everyone smiling. So that's when they become partners in crime to save the future together. And now finally, that's the end of that episode, and that's the last thing I'm covering for now. And I do want to say I really do hope that you enjoyed this type of video. If you did enjoy it, like, we appreciate, share me nice, make sure you go and comment down if you want me to talk about more of this, and if you have any anime suggestions, you should let me know. I'm watching this one anime, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of interesting. I ain't gonna hold. It's called Berserker Gluttony. I might or might not talk about it when I go finish the anime, but who knows. Most likely if I finish it, that means I will. But I will have a poll later on to see what anime I should talk about next. There's like 3 in mind, but I will keep for a surprise for a time being until I'm done watching that anime. But speaking of watching, I really recommend that you watch this anime though. Vivi is a really good anime, and if you want to see some action, then this is your anime. I ain't gonna hold. Or see something that's very interesting, most definitely caught my eye. I was suggested from a friend, and hey, I ain't gonna hold. I just generally feel like it's really good, so that's my recommendation for y'all. But anyways, I generally do feel like I yapped a little bit too long, but there's like one more thing I want to say. I will be streaming Wuthering Waves on Twitch. If you want to stop on by while I'm live, then go on ahead. And I do have a Discord server, so you want to go and chat in there, then be my guest. But don't be surprised when you join it's dead. I'm still trying to go and rebirth it, try to make it alive. But anyways, I hope you have a good day, and I hope y'all tune in for the next video. If not, I hope you have a good life. I love y'all, and happy new year to y'all, even though I'm posting this on the 2nd.